Really quick, I'm going to try one more thing. Then I'm going to really, ask somebody else. I know, isn't that weird? In a guide, I'm going to ask somebody else. I'm going to go to here, I'm going to hit Q. Spy airship. Spawn point distance, 10 meters, hold time, blueprint release, load spy airship. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so apparently you can't just hit load constructible anymore. You have to actually go over here. You used to be able to just hit load constructible and go for it. But now you have to actually come over here and hit Q and all that fun stuff. Which makes a problem, because now I can't fix the fact that it's facing backwards. So to fix that problem, I have to now this isn't appearing on my map. Doesn't matter. I'll just get rid of it real quick. I can take the loss of the... I can take the material loss. I have plenty of materials. I have plenty of resources. What I don't have is time to mess with this. Okay. So delete, 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 delete. Okay, so I'll save this game, and I'll show you what to do if you build something backwards. Return to main menu, single player vehicle designer, vanilla. Destroy all vehicles, I don't need anything that's in here. Load vehicle. Now here's the spy airship. We know that it is backwards. So I'm going to go up here, rotate 90 degrees clockwise. And yes. Now, it is now facing sideways. Rotate 90 degrees clockwise. Now it should be facing forwards. Load the airship. Let's take a look. If we go here, we hit B. The arrows running through the blocks are now facing towards the front. That means it's working, so we save the vehicle. Return to main menu. Single player. Load game. Onyx Survival. We go back over here. Hey, night's gone! We load spy airship. You know, the arrow is now pointing towards the front. Always useful. What do we need? Well, we need a chair. And we need a vehicle controller. Make sure it's a vehicle controller, not a ship's wheel, because this is going to be an airship, and the vehicle controller is the only one that can control something that isn't a ship. Ship's wheel will only control a ship. Spin block controller? We don't need a spin block controller. What we do need, we need hot air balloon deployers. We're going to add those throughout the entire thing here. We're going to add like 2 in the front here. 2 in the back here, and 2 in the middle here. And I forgot to put mirror mode on, darn it. 2 front, 2 middle. Didn't mean to get rid of that. 2 back. Here, put this. I'm still not in mirror mode. Why am I not in mirror mode yet? I just said that I should be in mirror mode for this. I don't need that. Okay, so there's that. Then we have air, hot air balloon deployer. We need the switch. We're not going to have any weapons on this. And you'll notice my center of mass has moved a little too far back. So I need to take some of these fuel tanks. You'll notice there what happened. That's what I told you about earlier about how you can sometimes delete a block through another block when you're not in keyboard mode. Very annoying. Very, very annoying. I need to move it forward a little more. The 4 meters up front. And forward again. Those engines were very heavy. Those jet engines were very heavy. And I almost have even lift. Now, I need control. So, what I need... Ailerons are how a plane normally turns. But ailerons in this game are... Well, they're very... hell with it, they suck. Ailerons in this game suck. So do the tailplanes. The tailplanes also suck. So what I'm going to do... I'm going to put 2 thrusters on each side here. I'm going to make these my ailerons. This will be roll reverse right. RHS, right-hand side. This will be roll reverse left. This will be roll left. LHS, left-hand side. Up front here, I'm going to have 2 engines set to thruster, and this will be my nose down. In the back here, I'm going to have 2 engines set to thrust reverse, meaning when the nose goes down, these do nothing, and when I want to nose up, these will activate. Or rather, when the front stuff activates, the back stuff won't. So, by facing both of them up, this will nose down, this will, well, back down, this will nose up. And for turning, I'm going to put 2 thrusters here, set to thruster. So this will be my yaw. I'm actually going to put them inside, here, like that. Only have 1 now. Yeah, that should be fine. And we're going to see how this works. Get him up out of there. Literally, I've never built this before, so this is my first time seeing if this will fly. I have no idea if this will fly. We hit Q on this, and it will cycle through the various modes: water mode, land mode. We don't really need land currently. There's no land vehicles. Land vehicles are planned eventually, and air mode. Good. Now we hit Q. Air balloons go off. Tab to get a back view. Okay, so you see that I am a bit nose up. Hopefully, as I go, that will stop. I hit T, and off we go. Wow, okay. Balloons are pulling me up pretty good here. So what I'm going to do... This isn't going to be an airship, this is going to be a thrustercraft. The difference, airships are held up by this, thrustercraft are held up by, well, thrust. And how to do that... Oops, wrong button. I'm going to have to move this here, put in 2 automated control blocks, 1 here, 1 here, and set it so when the vehicle is not moving, vehicle speed here is less than, in this case I'm going to put the vehicle speed is less than 10. I want the balloon deployers to activate, and here, if the vehicle speed is over 10, I want the balloon deployers to deactivate. I want the balloons to go away. Now, let's see how that one works. There it goes. Now, I still have a little bit of a problem. Namely, these engines are too far up for me to be able to nose down. You'll notice I cannot force myself to go downward, but if I let go, it will go up very, very easily. So, what do I do? Well, I stop, first of all. Let that happen. balloons come out. I make one of these. Well, for now, one. I put it up front. I set it to main. Now, that means whenever these back engines turn on, this one turns on, and you'll notice it's facing up. That will shove the nose down whenever these back engines turn on. It will counter whatever upward thrust, hopefully counter whatever upward thrust these three big engines make. Hopefully. Okay, so I still have a nose up problem. Got power. Get rid of this, and I add in 2 of them. Let's see if it works. Still going nose up. I have no idea what Q is for. I hit that by accident a lot. I've never actually used it. Trying again. Still has a nose up problem, but now I can nose down very easily. And there's our first thruster craft. It's doing 75 speed. That's a very nice speed. Hold on. I don't think I did this right, because I'm not seeing enough. That's set to thruster, not main. That's why. Okay. I didn't do it right. I didn't set those to main yet. I had them set to thruster. They were just helping with nose down. Now, let's see. Now I'm doing nose down. Now I'm going nose down. Alright. Let's see if one of them set to thruster is enough. I didn't set it to thruster. No wonder that wasn't working. No wonder it wasn't working. I gotta set it to main first. And I forgot to do that. I'm a lunkhead sometimes. Okay, so I'm still going up with one of them. 2 of them will send me down. That means I get to toy with the amount of thrust they make. 1 isn't enough, 2 is too much, so I go to main, I set them to main, and then I go down here to drive faction. I'm going to set them both to 0.8. That means I effectively have 1.6 of them. A little over 1.5, really. And it's flying pretty steady. A nice and tidy clip of 76 meters a second. We have it's a nice little starter spy airship here. 75 is decently fast. It should be fast enough to avoid most attacks. And yeah, alright, we have our spy airship ready. I think I saw somebody on the map. I should really get lunch. I'm gonna go get lunch. When I come back, we're gonna go ahead and scout that base. Alright, we're back. So, got my food. Haven't eaten yet. Gonna work on that in a little bit. But you guys don't care about that. So, what I'm going to do... This thing is very, 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 very fast. Okay, I exaggerate a little bit on how fast it is, but you get the idea. It's pretty dang fast. The only thing that... It's not carrying any weapons at all. That's because it's supposed to outspeed whatever is attacking it. It doesn't really have to worry about guns. There's only 2 things it really has to worry about. Flak, a new weapon for the advanced cannons. Well, new being relative, it's newly effective for the advanced cannons. Or a very fast missile coming from the front. Hopefully, I won't have to deal with either of those. If I do, well, I'm in trouble. Where is this thing? Is it in the... Ah, there it is. Okay, it's in the fleet of the fishing hole. To get this out, I've got to split these into a new fleet. Select spy airship. Pull it. Now, when I tell it to come over here, you'll see it says altitude 0. If I just let go, it will come over here, and it will come over here and land in the water. Nothing wrong with that, but I don't want to be in the water when I start. I want to be pretty high up. I want to be close to its maximum altitude, almost 400 meters. We'll also multiply speed times 10. I am in a little bit of a hurry here. It has no resource collectors, so it can't help gathering any of that, unfortunately. And notice the 0 here left. Now this is technically my territory. That's going to piss these guys off. They'll send someone over to capture it again. And there is a 32 unit reinforcement here. If I go in close, they will spawn and they will attack, and I'll have to deal with all of them. Whereas if I just get close enough to get within attack range of the base, I can go in without that problem. Begin battle. Get behind. Hit that button, and away we go. We stay up nice and high. It's over here, just this red thing that you see moving around up top. Why'd I do that? If I were to hit the B button. Nope, that wouldn't change it either. Oh, you can see the red thing on the compass up top north, the green thing where I'm pointing. And the red thing is the enemy, of course. You've probably noticed that by now. Okay, so there's the resource zone up ahead. Here I am, zipping around at, 75, 60, 65, 66. Oh, there's his cannons. He has... doesn't look like he has advanced guns. He has custom guns. I don't see any missiles launching from him either. This could be a pretty easy fight. Well, easy being relative. Oh! I got hit. I got hit. Okay, so he has one really big gun. He has a couple of really big guns. I'm going to make one more pass so that I get a better look at that. And this time I'm going to use my left hand to control, right hand for the mouse. Get a better look. Okay, so he has a couple of really big guns. No missiles. I don't see any torpedoes either. Okay, well, alright, that's all there is. Just a couple of really big guns and some... there was some decent armor on him. Alright, now we speed away at 75, getting really, really, really clear of his range of fire. He's still shooting at me, but fortunately those big guns aren't very accurate. That's usually what they say right before something hits and the thing blows up. Doesn't look like that's going to happen this time. So we zip away at our 76 meter per second maximum speed. You know, I'm using up like no fuel here. I've used up barely over 1,000 fuel of the 24,000 available. This thing has a heck of a range. Battle end option. Fleets lost to the enemy retreat. No fleets are blockaded. All will be able to escape. Fleets lost to the enemy due to suppression. No forces are suppressed. All can escape. No forces will be destroyed if you leave battle now. End this battle. And that's it. We're done. We scouted it out. We know what they have. We know what we need to take it out. A really big freaking gun. We need a really big freaking gun and some decent armor. Or in my case, I need really big freaking missiles and some decent armor. Let's send the rapier out. We'll scavenge some of these. There is one more thing I want to go over before we end this completely this time. Next time our focus will be killing this fortress. I'll actually kill that twice. Once with stuff that I build and once with stuff somebody else builds. We're going to go over next time. We're also going to go over how to use stuff off of the workshop. How to download something somebody else builds and use a boat somebody else builds. Why is he taking 0? He should be... everything should be gone from this. I should have given everything away. There we go. Okay. Oh, we have a guy here to pillage resources. What the... Why hasn't he given... It says that he's... Hang on. Let me see this. It says that it's full. It's strange. It's not giving it away. Sorry about that. I did get called away for a bit. What was I gonna do? Right, I think it was ending this. I was just grabbing some things. Spy airship. I need the rapier. So the rapier out here. I was having trouble getting him to grab stuff, wasn't I? He's not grabbing anything. So I was gonna go here. Go 1. Resource mode. Okay. Rapier. I want this to give to the fishing hole. Fishing hole. I want this to take from the rapier. There it goes. Okay, so I had just lost that for some reason. Alright, send that back out, have him go to the gathering. That's all gone. Those. We'll cover that level up thing in a second. That's going to be the last thing we do. We cover up the level. We cover the level up. Send him up here. Grab that. Yep, still more. Here. Okay. Now, you've seen several times the whole level thing. The level up thing. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. My vehicle repairs that. This vehicle? I don't want that. Fishing hole? Yeah, that is the vehicle. Okay. I accidentally made a new thing there. So you see in the lower right, it says EXP 254, 82.9%. We've been leveling up. Well, what do you do with those levels? Well, save this game. One thing you can do, return to main menu. You go to your character sheet. And we'll go to personal attributes. No, buffs. Sorry. And you see all this stuff. Team buffs, leadership, logo buffs, blah, 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 blah. Well, they have a list of what they do. Most of these haven't been finished. Some have. Sea Captain, not yet implemented. Sky Captain, this makes your... Actually, I had a couple of videos that show what you do with the 200 in each of these. Each level you get 1 point to spend. I have 56 points unspent. I put them all in mechanic. No real reason to put them all in mechanic. I mean, if you put them in miner, you mine faster. Engineer, you have better engines and whatnot. But I figured for a Let's Play, you know, if I had faster mining or a better engine or naturally faster, higher flying aircraft, that wouldn't be very good idea for like a guide. So I put them all into mechanic. But yeah, you can put them in as you want for your personal aircraft. Bear in mind, this doesn't make it work for other people. It's only for the stuff that you use. And of course, down here you see the stuff that I've been using sometimes. Weapons, those are under item. These are all the things you can buy with skill and item points. Pistol, spade, telekinesis, small machine gun, path viewer. I'm not sure what that does. Nobody's really been able to tell me what that does. Minigun, this one's fun. Grenade launcher, loads of fun. Paint sprayer. If you want to like make things like what you see in the background here, this yellow and white thing, you need the paint sprayer. Binoculars, sort of fun. Heat view, temperature sensor, kind of useful. To get them, you just click on them like that, and then you click where you want them. Like for instance, I don't like the spade. The spade doesn't really work, so I'm going to switch that for the temperature sensor. Pistol, no real reason to have that, so I'm going to switch that for the input assigner tool. And then I'm going to get rid of the input assigner tool because I don't need that. Telekinesis torque, also not needed. I'm going to get rid of that. So I'm only going to keep these. To switch between them, you just hit the number. This will be 1, this will be 2, this will be 3, this will be 4, etc., etc., etc. You'll see it at the bottom of the screen. Avatar, if you want to switch between the guy that I have with the big blocky body and the wrecking ball on one arm, that's the Rambot. There's another guy called the Scuttlebot who has a little helicopter, smaller. That's really it. That's all you do with these item points and skill points. Character skills. These aren't items. These are character skills. Binoculars are kind of fun. Paint spray is very useful. Grenade launcher. One thing to note: if you have one of these selected and you accidentally left click and you say have the grenade launcher selected, you will launch a grenade right in front of you. So if you're sitting in a control chair and you accidentally left click, you blow yourself up. So try to leave one open. Useful little advice there. Nobody told me that one. Had to figure that one out the hard way. Well, that was interesting. Apparently my computer ran out of memory and stopped recording. Okay, so I have like 5 minutes to wrap this up. That's plenty of time. Like I was saying, leave one of these open, especially if you have the grenade launcher, and always have it on that when you're not using it. Otherwise, you could blow yourself up. So, we'll wrap it up from here, and we'll catch you guys next time. Why are you looking at me? Aren't you going to say it? No. Come on, this is your thing. You're supposed to do the ending thing. No. I'll go get the knights back. Didn't they leave? I told you they're using a coconut to get out of here. You really think they're that far away? Fine. On the next From the Depths campaign guide tutorial let's play thing, we attack the enemy fortress. Will our heroes win? Will our heroes lose? Will the guy standing next to me ever stop being such a jackass? Hey. Find out next time on From the Depths campaign guide tutorial let's play thing. You are so fired.